Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Hopefully your weekend has gone fantastic. Hopefully not too short. Hopefully nice and long. Nice relaxation. Your eyes do not deceive you. Welcoming back to the stream is the beautiful Northwest Airlines, my favorite airlines of all time. Absolutely love this airline. This is the first airline I ever went on in real life, so it has a really special part in my heart. All the good memories, all the good memories. And then they got bought out by, or merged or something like that with Delta Airlines, and then the rest is history. Be cool if Delta brought back delivery at least for some of their planes. It is such an iconic airline in the Midwest and here in the US. They got so successful, they branched out too far, and well, you know, the rest is history. 'Tis what happens. So we are doing, today's flight is the final leg of our first flights that have been put together by our good friend Irishman in New Sky. And so this one is, as you see up there at the top, this is Cincinnati going to O'Hare. And for this flight, I'm going to take the 737 MAX from iFly on the trip. I thought I was going to initially take the CRJ, but I said, well, you know what? I'm going to do the MAX. I feel like maxing it out today. So today we're going to do the MAX in this one, and then we're going to do a second flight, which I think we're going to head on over up to Canada and do a Air Canada flight in the 320. And that one I have booked, at least right now, unless we have something else in mind, would be Toronto to Montreal. Or Montreal? Is that how you say it, right? Yeah, I think so. Rumpelstiltskin, welcome on in. Will, happy Sunday to you. And yes, this is a 2020 airport. I know, Will. I know. I know. This airport does have some performance issues, and it's not the greatest looking airport, but you know, it's fine. I think it was like $8 or $10 or something when I first bought it way back when. I will say this though, so I put the ultimate, quote unquote, ultimate performance guide up on the channel here recently, and the last thing in there is adjusting the pre-cache thing, right? I want to confirm it a billion times at this point. A billion times. It does make a huge difference on my system. And I'm saying that because I've done a couple flights now, 2 of them, DCA. And DCA has always been a hog, let alone with traffic. DCA has always just been one hell of a hog on my system. I am getting almost near perfect butter smooth performance in that airport now, thanks to that one little trick. It is night and day. It really is. It is amazing. Yeah, sure, you're gonna have a stutter here and there, but before I've done a couple flights in there before, and the performance was always kind of, you know, spotty, especially when you throw in Beyondatc traffic. But it is such a difference with that little trick. It is amazing. I don't even have words to describe how impressed I am with that trick. So hopefully it's not like a one-time kind of trick. Hopefully it is permanent, and will be good going forward. Fabian, welcome in. What is the density A traffic you choose on the Beyond ATC? Do I have a button for Beyond ATC? Yep. Okay. Is it gonna pop up this though? There we go. Yeah. So what I use 6 for park traffic, and then 3 for the rest. So 6 for park traffic, 3 for departure density, arrival density, and route density. So I use that, and I feel that is kind of the happy medium for me. That gets me the traffic on the ground, which I like seeing. It gets me a little bit of traffic around the airport and during flight. Not enough to where I'm using a bunch of premium characters. Because I like the premium characters. You see up here, I have 416,000 premium characters available currently, which I've been flying an awful lot recently, so it's kind of been burning a little bit more than typically in the past. But yeah, so that's what I use for that. Let's get rid of that button. It's gone. Let's see, what else we got? We have, I'm loading in with the 737-800. Oh, fantastic. I have been contemplating contemplating. I'm trying to patiently wait to see what PMDG does with the 737. Are they going to bring it, as a paid add-on update, or is it going to be free? I'm patiently kind of waiting. I know I can do the little trick to make it all work, but I'm kind of patiently waiting to see what's going to happen on that front instead of doing any kind of back-end kind of tricks to make it work. I honestly don't use to walk around in Flight Sim 2024, so I could probably just get rid of it like I've done in the past. But I'm also waiting for for Sim Update 3 to come out, because then I don't know if it's going to overwrite settings, and I just kind of want things stable. Things very stable, especially since I've figured things out. Master is doing the double. I see you in the plane as well. Which trick is it again, Lex? I just watched the channel. Watch the video. Watch the video. It's hard to explain really on the stream here, but watch it's at the end of the video. It's the last minute or so in that video, so check it out up on the channel. I see TG out there in the distance. There's Master Copy. We'll wait a couple more seconds. It's a paid update, TJ says. Did they officially announce that? I don't think they've officially said, unless I missed it. Last I saw, they said it may be a paid update. So I'm not quite sure if it's officially announced or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this first flight, shall we? And for those who want to join, we are on the US East server, Flight Sim 2024. You can see up there at the top, we are doing Cincinnati to O'Hare for this first flight. So hop on in if you'd like to join us on multiplayer. Let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit here. We got the thumbs up from the crew guys down there. Let's go over here to the left, go to power. I do apologize for being, about a half hour late today. I went to go see a movie this morning, and it just took a little longer than I thought with all the, crazy announcements they have on it, or trailers and whatnot in the beginning. Okay, let's go up here to the top. Let's go ahead and do battery on, ground power on, and then we're going to go navs. Window heat. Cool. We're going to go do our other windows, or other lights, la luce. And then we're going to get that APU firing up. There it goes. Seatbelts on, and external lights are on as well. So that's all good there. Let's go over here to the left, and we're going to go to weight and balances. Let's bring our briefing panel. I also am going to try to use the Navigraph charts in the sim more than I normally do in the past. We'll see if I actually stick to it with it. There's something satisfying me about having the map just sitting here on my little tablet. Okay, let's go to payload. And 148 for the passengers going to Chicago. Cargo is 50. Oh, we got in kilograms. Let's go to system page. Go back one. Let's go to panel style. Panel style. General. Let's go to US. Set it. Go back, and then ground support. Menu and payload. All right, here we go. 51 there. So let's go. Let's do this. This is going to be on the shorter end just a little bit. So I'm going to do 80. That'd be pretty close to the 5180. 2580. And then fuel on board, we're blocking at 12,152. Taxi out. Oh, what? Did I do that wrong? Oh, wrong spot. You idiot. All right, 12,152. Taxi fuel 420, and raw is 4732. 4732. All right, let's verify our stuff here. 0 fuel weight, 1334, 1333. Close enough. Complete. Now let's go on down below here. Clear out that air. FMS. Position in it. I'm going to grab the GPS. Drop it on in. Beautiful, grand. And then let's go ahead and request a flight plan. If anyone is using, I'm very curious, if anyone's using the McDo with Mobiflight in this plane and has the WinWing FCU, let me know what profile you're using, because the profile I have seems to keep crashing Python. I think it's using Python, so it seems to be crashing Python. So execute that, and then we are going to be northwest 870. I wonder if it's going to recognize Northwest. I don't know if I've ever actually done Northwest Airlines with Beyond ATC, although I feel like I have now that I say that. Reserves are 2. Winge is 117 at 12. The temperature is 10. Execute that. And 1, let's go over back to the EFB. Copy that information. Flaps are 5, AC on, anti-ice off. Calculate, and that is a 46. So 46 here. Pop that in there. Take off. Flaps are set for 5. CGs are set. That's all good. Max skids there. Departure. We're expecting their Hoggle 5 via Flash. Our arrival is 27 center currently. 27 center via Watson Foal. Watson FWA. Hey, that's almost NWA. Execute. All right, I think we have all that set, ready to go as well. Let's go ahead and get ATC clearance, shall we? Cincinnati is 127-175. Cincinnati clearance, hello from Northwest 870. We are ready for IFR clearance to O'Hare. What the hell? Why is my maps not working?
870, Cincinnati clearance.
Oops.
Cleared to Chicago. O'Hare Airport, Hoggle 5. Departure, flash transition, then is filed. Maintain 5,000 feet. Departure frequency 128.7. Squawk 1423.
Alright, 5,000 and 1423. Let's see, what else we got going on? I'm sorry, missing chat.
Departure frequency 128.7. Squawk 1423.
Let's see.
Northwest 870.
May I make a request? Oscar says, may I make a request? I took your advice getting APL Chapter 2. I'm glad I did, because now I buy planes with a purpose. Oh, it's awesome. May I make a request? Could you please, one day...
When ready for pushback or engine start.
What's that?
Northwest 870.
May I make a request? Could you please one day, what? Because I don't have VATSIM or Navigraph. What's the request, Thomas? I'm using Mobiflight and never got to connect with the PAP3. Okay. I'm surprised Sim App Pro is taking so long to update. They update one day after the BFU. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, Oscar. Yeah, so I'm using WinWings, or not WinWings, Mobiflight. And there's a profile I found on Flights in Mateo, but it doesn't seem to want to work. And why is my GPS not fully working here? Let's go to this guy. We have the GPS. Menu. How do we get back to the main menu? Oh, index. Here we go. All right, position. Well, we have a position. How do we clear out the air? All right, let's go over here and let's go to menu, system page, back, failures, clear all. Let's see if that get rid of it. Nope. Okay, what the hell? Alright, it's on nav. Let's just turn them off, I guess. Turn them off. Let them realign. Alright, align, on DC, on DC. Alright, let's let it sit there for a little bit, do its thing, figure out its life. P2, welcome in. I think I've got a better grip on the FENIX after 2 days on FSI. That's awesome, P2. I'm glad you keep trying. I'm glad you keep focus on it. I know you love your FENIX a lot, so I'm glad that you're figuring things out. Because it's always sad when, you see a fella or simmer who's struggling with, certain things. I definitely struggled a lot when I first got into the FENIX. No doubt about it. Really struggled with it. And then the CRJ, same thing. Really, really struggled with it. Alright, there's our position. Now let's see if we can get our freaking thing going here. Let's request a route again. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't sure what's going on. Alright, load it. Yeah, I don't understand. Why is my GPS not working? 18 left. Activate, execute. What the hell? Anyone have suggestions? Clear failures. What the hell? What is the problem here? Honestly, like, what is the problem? Oh, there it goes. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back in business. Is my departures, do they stick? Nope. Okay, let's put those back in. We're expecting now runway 27. Change that over. 27, same SID, same transition. And then arrival runway, we're going to pop those back in. 27 center. And we're doing the Watson 4, FWA, execute, cool, grand. Okay, I think we're back in business now. I'm not sure why that took so long. That's one thing I really like about the PMDG is you can program that so that's doesn't take as long to align. I probably wasn't very patient with it. All right, let's get New Sky tracking. New Sky's tracking, grand. Cincinnati ground, Northwest 870, ready for pushback and engine start. 27's like right next to us. Let's go. A master copy is pushing back.
70 Cincinnati ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Gonna face west.
Pushback approved. Face west, northwest 870.
Northwest, southwest. Alright, don't have a airport thingy to look at here, so we're gonna kind of guesstimate it. We're gonna go here. Request the pushback. Let's go back here first, though. Disconnect this dude. Good. Actually, keep that there. Menu. Performance. Oops. Weight and balance is already set. Complete. And then we gotta copy this jazz. So copy this. Oh, we don't need to worry about it, actually. Okay. Let's commence the pushback. APU bleed, ground, and engine number 2 firing up. Alright, we'll get there, folks. We'll get there. Give me time. Give me time. Okay, let's see. I did a 2-hour flight for nothing. Oh no, New Sky crashed, and so did the sim. Jeez, what plane were you using, Will? 320? Nope, I don't know what to do because of all that is new to me. Thomas, what was the thing? What was the request? You had a request, you said. What was the request? Cursing in Dutch. Check your 6. Uh-oh. Oh, there you are, Master Copy. Check your 6 as I crash into you. Okay, cool. Go in there. Fantastic. Oh, fuel. I think it's going to be one of those days, folks. I think it's going to be one of those days. I don't really like the scenery. I think I'm going to uninstall it. I don't know why the stutters are so bad here. It's not awful, but... Master Copy, did you have runway 27? Alright, engine number 2 is looking good. And engine number 2 is good. Let's go ahead and fire up engine number 1. Gens are on. Cincinnati ground, Northwest 870, ready to taxi to the active.
Northwest 870, runway 27 taxi via ramp 2 Sierra.
You got 27, cool, awesome.
Kilo 1.
Alright, ramp
All right, we'll
2S,
taxi to runway
Golf,
27
Kilo,
via ramp 2
Kilo
Sierra.
1.
Golf, Kilo 1, northwest 870.
2S, that's behind us. Right? Oh no, this is, okay, never mind, this is 2. Okay, cool. And let's introduce some fuel in a second. Here's the fuel. Flaps coming down to 5. Yeah, this airport really sucks. I'm done with the scheduled flights. They're all over 1 hour. The free ones you can after your free. What now? I am done with the scheduled flights. They're all 1 hour. The free ones you can after your flight time. You can go around me just in case I crash like last time. Roger. No crashing today, Master Copy. No crashing. Alright, heard the click. Engine number 1. Bleeds are off. Continuous. Taxi lights on. APU bleed is off. Let's go taxi. You know, I think I had the stutters at this airport in 2020. Now that I kind of think about it a little bit, I'm pretty sure I did. Alright, we're going to take a left up here at Golf. TJ, you with us? Where's TJ? TJ's pushing back. Alright, and we're going to take a left up here. This is Foxtrot. I guess I'm supposed to go... Oh, hold on. No, Foxtrot's the next one. This is Golf, I guess. Alright, looking stable. We're going to take Golf down to Kilo. Let's see. Golf. What's that say? Juliet. So then the next one. Yeah, I love Northwest, man. Northwest is in my heart. Northwest is in my heart. I think there is a 320. Maybe it's 19. One of the two. Northwest liveries as well. Northwest had like every single plane. And of course there's fictional ones too. Maybe it is fictional. I don't even know if they had... How many Airbuses they had. I want to say they were mostly Boeing and then they eventually went over to Airbus at some point. Alright, then we're going down to Kilo 1. Kilo 1. Now, I did download a whole crap load of sound packs for the FENIX yesterday. I haven't tested any of them. And I did download a couple new liveries as well. Alright, here's Kilo 1. Cincinnati Tower, Northwest 870, holding short 27, ready to go. On. Good. 27 clear for takeoff. Heading 280.
Northwest 870.
Jesus, yeah, this is being uninstalled today. I'm done with this airport. It doesn't look great. And just stuttering. I don't know who makes it, but yeah, I'm done with it. Done with that. Alright, throttles are coming up. Stabilize. Toga set. Stable. Good. Let's go fly. Oh, you're 18, right? Navi says 27 as well, so... Guessing it's all fine. Oh, I don't have V-speeds on. Son of a biscuit. Rotate. Never do that, folks. Never do that. Never look away on takeoff. Danger zone. Alright, gear coming up. That's a beautiful departure. Looking mighty fine here in Cincinnati. First notch of flaps are coming up.
Northwest 870, contact Cincinnati departure. Have a good one.
I'll try that at home. Flaps going up.
Cincinnati departure, Northwest 870.
Oops, why are my speed brakes on? And full flaps up.
Cincinnati departure, Northwest 870.
Alright, VNav, LNav for directions.
Northwest 870, Cincinnati departure. Good day, radar contact. Cleared direct runway. Resume the Hagel 5. Climb, maintain
16,000. We'll clear it up to 3.2, or sorry, climbs 3.2. I'm going to just put in 3.2 at this point.
Climb maintain 16,000 northwest 870.
And let's go lazy mode so we can see our traffic in the background. We got Captain Rod down there, TJ, Master Copy. We're bulleting out of here. The PMDG 737-800. Coming up into the soup. I think it's going to be a long time until we see SimFX in 2024. A very long time. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it until sometime next year. In all honesty. Here's a link to the Discord for the cabin announcements. Thank you for that, Will. Thank you for that. Cabin sounds. Yes, yes. Yeah, cabin sounds. What happened to Northwest? I wasn't ready for the face cam, so that's a relief. I have it up. I don't have it on. I'm doing some testing still. I need to get lighting better. The issue I face is, so I have a window that's next to me on the right, and I'm facing pretty much a staircase, and it's all dark, and there's no light in that area. So I need to get better lighting first. But I have tested it. It will come. It could come as early tomorrow, but we'll see. Yeah, Northwest got bought out. I watched a few documentaries on it, but apparently from what I understand, they overreached. And they overreached their market. They started popping up all these different locations. They didn't get the same financial gain as they hoped. And then, of course, 9/11 happened here in the U.S., and that was a nail in the coffin with that. So eventually they merged with Delta, and just became Delta Airlines. Which is why, like, my second favorite airline is Delta, only because of that reason. And to be very honest, I've never, ever been on a Delta Airlines flight. Ever. I've been on American, United, Spirit, Sun Country, Frontier, AirTran. Remember AirTran? Oh my gosh. And then the regional. I've been on a couple different regionals, Endeavor and SkyWest. I haven't been in JetBlue or Southwest yet. I was going to do Southwest if I had gone to the Expo, but that didn't happen. Yeah, never. In terms of the bigger airlines, I've never been on Delta. Never been on Delta, which is interesting to think because I used to live 3 hours from Minneapolis. And Delta, that's a base for Delta.
Contact Indianapolis Center 239 or 25.
But most of the time when I was younger growing up, it was Northwest or it was
Indianapolis Center
United.
northwest 870.
Was the planes or the airlines that I took coming to O'Hare, like we're doing today. Master Copy has another flight plan at least on New Sky. Oh, really?
Climb maintain flight level
Used to fly New Sky, or sorry, used to fly Delta a lot in Atlanta. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. My father-in-law was telling me he was saying that he said Atlanta now has the most amount of flights per day. Like they're the busiest airport in the world. I haven't fact checked it yet, but it would make sense. Like it's crazy how it makes sense, but it doesn't. Because Atlanta is like, it's so southeast in the U.S. Like, who the hell goes to Atlanta? I don't hear people like, yeah, I'm going to Atlanta this weekend. No one says that. You know? Like, it's like, oh, I'm going to go to Florida for a vacation. Or I'm going to go to, Dubai or Ireland or San Fran, Toronto, New York. You don't hear anyone like, I'm going to Atlanta. It's true. Oh, P2 says it's true. Fascinating. Interesting. All right, standard pressure. This is a pretty short hop for sure. Super short hop, so we'll have to be on our game here coming into O'Hare. So today I went to go see a movie called Weapons. It's a new movie. It's a thriller, horror, suspense kind of movie. I'm not sure if you've seen the trailers for it, but it stars Josh Brolin. So he's been in many different things, but he's very famous for being in Deadpool and being Thanos in the Marvel universe, right? But anyways, it's a story about a bunch of kids disappearing from a classroom. You know, one classroom, all the kids disappear, and they kind of free-willed walked out of their house. And that's where I'm gonna leave that. No spoils. But the thing that's really cool about the movie, and they showed a little bit of this in the trailer, is that you get to see, like, I think it's 5 or 6 different perspectives from the characters in the movie. So you'll have, you know, 10 or 15 minutes with this person, 10 or 15 minutes with this person, and they don't go back and forth either. Like, you watch the story of this person, and then you see the story of this person, then you see the story of this person, and it typically goes from, like, the last scene you see with the previous person, it picks up going up to that point with the other person, or going further past that person. It's really well done. It is really well done. The movie is really good. I had a blast. It was a great story, great acting, great effects, really interesting plot, and I don't know if I want to call it a twist. It really wasn't a twist. It wasn't like an M. Shite. What's his name? M. Night. What is it? M. Night. Is it just M. Night? I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm talking about. It's not like he has really twists in his movies. This isn't like a twist like that. It's just well done. It's just really well done. So I do highly recommend it. Very good time. Very good time. Oscar says, I actually went to Delta Flight Museum yesterday. Really? I live in Atlanta, and it is weird because it is a news melting pot. A lot of people come from California, New York, and Chicago has moved here. Really? To Atlanta? Yeah, him. Master Copy says, M. Night Shyamalan. That's who I'm thinking of. M. Night Shyamalan. Wow. Thank you, P2. Tongue twister for me today. It's going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of them days. Shyamalan. I don't know. I've just never heard anyone like, I'm going to Atlanta. I stopped in Atlanta for a layover for a few hours once. I don't remember where the hell I was going to. But I've had a layover in Atlanta once. We drove through Atlanta a couple years back to visit my grandmother in Florida, who now lives here in the Chicagoland area again. Yeah, I've never really heard someone say, I'm going to Atlanta, you know, for like vacation. I suppose like family, but I would absolutely love to go to the museum. I would absolutely love to go to that museum. That'd be really fun. Really, really fun. That's on my bucket list. If I ever, like, maybe one day they'll have the expo in Atlanta, you know, the VATSIM Expo, and that's not too bad for me. That's not too bad. I could either drive it or fly. I'll probably end up flying it, but I would love Atlanta. Anything on the East Coast, I would love. That'd be fun. I would totally dig going to Atlanta for the Delta meet. Imagine that. Like, obviously they'd work out a deal to get to the Delta Museum. That's obviously going to happen. Same as if they came to Chicago here. There's plenty of museums. They'd probably work out deals with that as well. I'd love for them to come to Chicagoland. It'd be a good time. The Boeing simulator is $425. Holy smokes. Oh, a lot of people from Florida. The traffic is insane. Oh, yeah. Like I said, we drove through Atlanta when we drove to Orlando, and it's gorgeous looking. You know, saw the Coca-Cola warehouse and all that, obviously, since that's their headquarters. It's gorgeous looking, really, really cool. Beautiful looking. There's a Boeing simulator in downtown Chicago, or around that area, that I want to go to. I want to do. It's like $150 for a half hour or something, or an hour. I can't remember. Holy cow, it's really slow. Let's change to this guy. TJ's right there. Mesta, I don't see you, Master Copy. Oh wait, hold on. That might be you. Yeah, yeah. There's Master Copy and there's TJ. All right, coming up on flight level 300. Were we cleared up? Yeah, we were cleared up all the way up to 320. Cool. Okay, let's start preparing. Let's see if I can get Navi to work up here. Do I have to sign in or no? Well, that was working really hard. All right, unload that. And import. Jeez, this really does slow down the sim. Look at the pauses this thing does. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to use this very often. Okay, so the Weja is here. Let's get our airport information first, I guess. So 27 center. Oh, this is just really crappy. Alright, 27 center. They're probably going to change the runway on us, because that's what Beyond ETC likes to do. Weja. 27 center. Alright, so we're going to put in the radios 11-9. Yep. And pop that in there. 111 and a 9. Pop that in there. And then 273 for the heading. Fantastic. That's in there. And then the minimums are 853. Alright, 853 is set in there. Let's go over here. And let's go copy. This is show takeoff. Oh, and show landing. Okay, let's copy this jazz. It's dry conditions. The wind is 190 at 7. Supposed to get some rain in the area today, so I might get some rain into O'Hare. 29 and Q and A. I see. I have it set so it keeps it at Celsius, but it keeps doing it to Fahrenheit. I don't know why. 04 flaps are 30. AC on. Anti-ice off. I just do brakes 1. Show the route. All operational and none set there. Complete it. 146 on that dude there. All right, coming into if we're doing Watson. I don't see any altitude restrictions here, or instructions. 11. 11. So it looks like we're just going to go ahead and do 27. And who knows where they're going to bring us in at. So I'm going to do 9,000. 9,000. So 9,000 over here. I hope we keep 2.7 because this might be a great way of showing the shortcuts that I had last time. This would be awesome. Hopefully it sticks. Last time I went to show this off, it didn't stick. They changed the runway. Although this one probably wouldn't make any sense. What do we got here? What do we got? I'm here. You guys are in front of me. Okay, cool. TJ's in front of me. Yeah, I think I saw you. The rules in the museum is annoying because they put a plexiglass on the cockpit. Nevertheless, the museum is a great experience. My son loved it, especially the 747. Oh, really? A plexiglass? So there's a 727 in the Science and Industry Museum in Chicago. And last time I was there, and this was a while back ago, they didn't have a plexiglass in the cockpit, which was cool because you can sit down in the captain's seat. Or first officers really want to. TJ's gonna sim rate a little bit to catch up. Lawrenceville. Oh, interesting. They're going to change your watch, probably. Probably. That's how it works. Although, like I said, I don't think this one would really matter much. Let me see. No, this one should be fine either way, because we'll get vectors after this point. Last time we had a different arrival, a different star, so it has you parallel with the runway. This one has you just drop off. So this one is not going to really matter, really, unless they change obviously the arrival. We can try it. Indianapolis Center, hello from Northwest 870. Just wondering what our expected arrival runway is, and what's our star?
Northwest 870 Indianapolis Center. Your expected arrival runway is 27 and your star is FO5.
It's really quiet. Let me bring it up a little bit.
Northwest 870, contact
It said runway 27. The star is Espos.
Center
Espo.
runway 20.65,
They changed our arrival.
Northwest 870, see you. Indianapolis
Espo.
Center, Northwest 870. Flight level 320.
Northwest 870, Indianapolis Center, roger.
Okay, this one actually works really well, because this one's parallel with the runway. Espo 5, FAA 27 center. I'm going to stick on still, because it didn't say which 27, it just said 27. Alright, perfect. This one actually, this is going to work really cool. Let's see if we get the change. So this one's parallel with the runway. Let me bring up Navigrin. Alright, let's swap this out to Espo. Jeez. Okay, now see, watch this. See how it's parallel to the runway? So, last time, right here, it vectored me off to the runway 27. We'll see what happens. We need to be prepared at this point for the arrival, though. We need to be prepared for it. So if we look at... What the hell is going on here? Runway 27. Yeah, I am not using this no more. This is really bad. Just slows the system down. We're going to put in 4,000. We're going to expect 4,000. So we're going to have to manually probably do our descent. We're expecting top of descent right here, so we'll if we don't get it, we'll ask for it. Irishman, welcome on in. We're doing your final leg today. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay, this is going to be cool. Hopefully it works. We'll expect Espo 5, runway 27 center, Northwest 870. Alright, I'm super excited. I'm really stoked. People say I don't get excited on stream. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. Alright, I'm going to be back in just a second, and we'll see if we get our top of... that's top of climb. Top of descent's there. What the hell happened here? What's the saying for my... route? How do you do... Where do you check your flight level? It's 3-4 here. What's my... 3-2? What the hell? N1? No. Route... Offset, route 2... where do you check your... Where do you put your altitude? That's wind. Can I just put it here? Three, 2, 0. Whoops. Alright, we'll do that. And then it should change top descent. Okay, cool, cool. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds, then I'll step away.
Northwest 870, contact Chicago Center, 133.9er.
You're so relieved you found a way to land it? That's fantastic. My McDo has been
Contact
great.
Chicago
Hold on.
Center
My McDo has been
133.9er.
such an issue since...
Northwest 870.
Yeah, Irishman, you've been having some issues with that.
Chicago Center, Northwest 870. Good afternoon, flight level.
Alright, we're gonna ask for
324.
top of descent here. Why are we climbing?
Northwest 870, Chicago Center, copy.
Alright, alt hold. I don't know why we're climbing.
Northwest 870, you were assigned flight level 320.
I know.
I show you at flight level 330.
I don't know why we're climbing.
Descend and maintain flight level 320.
Wilco, descend and maintain flight level 320, Northwest 870.
Alright, 320. Let's manually descend, I guess. Screwing up our stuff here, plane. Data link primary GPS. Still have that issue? So long as landing right up, you're doing well. Alright, we're gonna ask for our top descent. Or sorry, we're gonna say we're ready for top descent. Chicago Center, Northwest 870, ready for descent. We need to be ahead of the curve on this one.
Northwest 870, after Pronk, cleared via
After Pronk.
pilot's discretion.
Here's
descend,
Pronk.
maintain flight level 310.
Alright, after Pronk, we can descend. Well, they won't just want us 310. I'm not. We're going down to. What'd I say, 4,000?
All right, after Pronk, clear via
Do you
Expo
use
5.
real
Pilot's
turbulence
discretion,
or
descend and
FS
maintain
realistic?
flight
No.
level
Nope.
310.
Lex is already at
Chicago,
Fort
aware
Wayne.
landing runway 27
No, I
seconds.
don't use either one. I
Altitude
do
3004
have FS
Northwest
realistic, but I
870.
haven't used it for a while. Okay, we should get our turn over here shortly. There's our turn. Alright, we're clear to descend at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and just put back in the box. 4,000. I'm gonna be ahead of the curve because I think we're gonna get that shortcut. Alright. Need to be ahead of the curve. Alright, looking good. Let's bring back our speed just a little bit. Not too aggressive on it. Okay, now that we're descending, we adjust our V speed just a little bit.
Northwest 870, contact Chicago Center 135.9er.
Contact
Okay,
Chicago Center,
that should work. Okay, I'm gonna step away for just a
135.9er,
second. Be right back.
Northwest 870. Chicago Center, Northwest 870. Descending via ESPO 5, flight level 307.
Northwest 870, Chicago Center.
Chicago Center, United 1295, flight level 240.
United 1295, Chicago Center, radar contact. United 1295, Chicago Center, expect SPO 5, runway 28 center.
Expect Espo
Okay,
5,
we're back.
runway 28 center.
Sorry, it's also laundry day today, so gotta stay ahead of the laundry day. Okay, descending, looking good. You also got 27 center, fantastic. I configured that software using AI. Use RealCat turbulence and set turbulence to low in the sim. Yeah, I have mine set to low as well now, and it seems to work better. Although, does low also still have wing flex though? I want my wing flex. There's really not a lot of wind right now though, it's only 14 knots.
Chicago Center.
Alright, dial back that speed.
381, flight level 280.
SkyWest 5381, Chicago Center, roger.
Alright, think we're doing alright. Gotta bring back that speed a little bit. A little fast coming on in. Okay, I forgot this dude over here. We can look at our charts. This is much better than the Navigraph crap. Use this, complete, and then should be all clipped, right? For us? Or no, it changed. Why is this not showing up? There we go. Alright, Espo 5. And then we're gonna go down, up, airport, down, 27 center, 27 center, complete. And then Espo 5. Okay. Let's forget where the zoom is on this guy. So I'm expecting right here to get vectored in for the arrival, which would put us, I think, right around here. That's where I'm thinking the vectors are going to be, right there. So that's why I'm aiming for 4,000. If all works as planned, we'll be landing runway 27, exiting to the left, maybe, what's that? How's that? Echo 3? And then backtrack to our terminal. And who knows where Northwest used to park, probably over here somewhere.
United 1295, descend and maintain 1.
Alright, speed brakes are stowed. There's Jimbo. That's where I'm expecting that turn. Let's hope that Beyondatc does this thing.
3,100 feet. Altimeter
RealCat Turb gives you wing flex, does it?
1295.
Can't fly without it? I'll take a look at it. I've never used it. I get so nervous adding more and more add-ons. I get so nervous. Get New Sky, I guess technically isn't an add-on. I get so nervous using the external add-ons that inject stuff into the sim. I assume that has to do some injecting into the sim. Alright, looking good. All's looking stable. Hi, cat. Cat, there's no room. You can't sit on the belly. My lap. You can't. There's no cats in the cockpit. There's a cat landing. We're not doing a cat landing lead.
Contact Chicago Center 127.8.
Cat, you gotta take a walk. Hey,
Contact Chicago Center 127.8.
take a nap.
United
Go take a nap.
2169.
She really wants to come lay on my lap. There's no room. There's no room. You see this big yoke here? It's huge. It's in the way. There's no room. Go find somewhere else to go lay down. There you go. Goodbye. See you later. Now she's gonna sit on the side and just stare at me. Be mad and judge me. Alright, I think all is stable. Now watch, like, we're not gonna get the shortcut and all is gonna fall apart. It's likely what's gonna happen.
2824 Chicago Center, roger.
Alright, next flight I'm gonna do is fly the line. And I don't remember what the ICAO codes are, but CYYZ and then CYUL? Question mark? I think that's what they are. Oscar says, I understand the nervousness because I'm afraid to check the settings and have it crash. I definitely recommend waiting for 2024 to be more stable for investing in add-ons. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because I thought about throwing in FS Realistic again. Because I do like the movement in the sim. Or in the cockpit. I do like that. I just get so nervous with some of the external stuff. 27 center we're expecting. Cool, cool. We're expecting the visual. So I flew into DCA the other day in the sim, and apparently I reported the issue in Beyondatc, but you know, instead of giving the river visual, I should say, like it should, it gave me a lined up visual run for runway 19, right? And it used to do it properly, but it stopped after they came out with LLM, with this, you know, with that update. And since then, it just won't do it right. But apparently, if you ask it for like an RNAV approach or RNP, it might actually do it. So next time I do that flight into DC, I'm gonna try to ask Beyondatc for that approach versus a visual. We'll see what happens. That's at least what I've looked at in Discord. But I'm just surprised not a lot of people have reported the issue. Because when you search up DCA in their Discord, it's like me twice and then a couple other people. So I don't know if people just don't fly into DCA or people just don't care enough to make the suggestion. I don't know. But the purpose, like the biggest thing about flying into DCA is that river visual. It's so cool. Watching our speed as we come on down. Alright, what is our FMC say for arrival? 146. Alright, cool. Where's our dudes behind us? We have... There's Master Copy. Where's TJ? There's TJ. TJ's over here. Descent's looking really good. Stabilized. Just a reminder for next week, the stream schedule is going to be really, really funky. No stream Wednesday, that's for sure. And then Thursday and Friday, if there are streams, it would be in the evening for me. So like 7 hours later than normal. Tuesday, I'm planning to do a couple flights on Tuesday. Which will be an hour or so later than usual as well. But still, you know, AM time for me. And we should be able to do at least one flight tomorrow morning. At least one tomorrow. But yeah, Tuesday will be a little bit later than normal. An hour or so, sorry. And then Wednesday, no stream at all. No stream at all Wednesday. I just got about hired by Wizz Air in APL. Oh, nice. Like, that was your first one? I'm going to be on APL on Monday. Fantastic. Like, Wizz Air was like your first airline? Or was that like your first time you can apply for another airline? I had some just weird choices for my first ones. I don't remember what they all were, but it was really wild. We're bringing back the speed down to 210. Expecting that vector pretty soon here. Don't fail me now, Beyondatc. You've done so well. Yeah, first airline. Wow. Okay. I would have taken Wiz in a heartbeat. I did air into it, and then it was like the other 4 choices were just I've never heard of before. Never. They were just non-existent airlines to me. All right, landing lights are coming on. Bring back that speed. Master Copy had an airline from Mexico, and I think Irishman did as well. I think Irishman as well had, or no, he had a South America airline. What airport is this? Gary, Indiana. Oh, air in it. Yeah, I keep saying into it. Air in it. Is that how you say it? In it. In. I don't know how to say it. It was like, I don't know. I did 2 flights with them. Viva in Mexico. Oh, you were in Mexico. I thought you did South America for some reason. Alright, Chicago is right there. Airport, then it would be right over here. Inuit. Inuit? Is that right? Inuit? You're with Allegiant? Oh, very nice. Good old Allegiant. ITA? Ooh, nice. I think I'm going to switch over to Ryanair in APL. And I'm currently with Air Canada with Fly the Line. But I think I'm going to do Ryanair. Which I know Ryanair doesn't fly the MAX, but I found delivery on flightsim.to. I think it works. So I think I'm going to do Ryanair. Because I've been really liking my flights in Europe. I really have been having a blast doing them. And I want to do them, keep doing them. It's cool flying in Europe since there is... hold on. Since there's more GSX support and better airports. So I'm actually glad to fly Wizz Air. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's why I want to... I kind of want to fly over Europe again. I was having fun flying with... shoot, what the hell is that airline called? The Dublin... Oh my gosh. The Shamrock one. Why am I forgetting that one? My brain just not focused today. What the hell is that? Airline called. It'll come to me, it'll come to me. I'm not looking at checks. I know you're going to pop it in there. Oh my gosh, what is it? What the heck airline is that? I flew it for a while there. I give up. Aer Lingus, thank you. Aer Lingus. Oh my gosh, why couldn't I not get that down? Alright, come on, Beyondatc, don't fail me. Give me that shortcut, buddy. I know you can. You have the power. You have the ability. I'm prepared. Come on, buddy. You can do it. After whatever, give me a turn. Come on, buddy. Autocorrect. Tuesday Sim Update 3 is dropping, so we'll have a better... so we will have better storms. Are you sure it's coming Tuesday? Is that official? I was right about the BFU. That's true, Will. That's true. You did call the BFU update. I purchased Dublin scenery recently. The arrival is so stunning. Yeah, it's beautiful. It is gorgeous. I'm a little concerned here, folks. I don't know if we're going to get that turn. I don't know. I'm expecting like a heading of 050 or something. I think it would happen by now. Yeah, 5 nautical miles. Don't know if the shortcut's happening. Telling you, it happened. I'm not lying. It happened realistically. A real in the sim here. The same approach. It happened. It happened. It can do it. I know it. I believe in you.
Northwest 870.
Hey!
Combined heading 005. Expect radar vector.
It happened.
Visual approach, runway
Look at that. We got a shortcut. We're not doing the full star.
Leave cabbage heading
Yoo-hoo!
005. Expect radar vectors for visual approach.
Oh, that's so
runway
cool.
27 center.
I knew it could do it.
Northwest
I
870.
knew it. I believed in you. Everyone else doubted you. Oh, hold on. Heading mode.
870.
Heading mode.
Turn right, heading 355. Descend and maintain 2,600 feet.
2,600.
3004. Vectors for the approach.
All right. Descending.
Turn right heading
355.
Descend and maintain 2,600
Whew, we got it.
Altimeter
So cool.
3004,
So
Northwest
cool.
870.
All right, now we're gonna give me the localizer. Let's see. Make sure you exit fast. I'm on your 6. You guys already landed? I hope so. I've gotten used to restarting the sim 3 times before I can fly. Oh my gosh. Are you doing the visual approach? Yep, visual approach. You guys already land? Where are you guys?
Subscriber.
Who subscribed? Tombstone, welcome in. Thanks for the subscription.
870. Turn right, heading 020.
Zero right heading
Turn
020.
right, heading 020, Northwest 870.
I don't know why we're going 2020. Now I'm concerned.
Northwest
There we go,
870,
localizer.
heading 305. Intercept the 27.
Localizer's captured.
Descend, maintain 2,200 feet.
Turn left heading 305.
All right, not bad. That was the 020 was unnecessary. I'm also really low, violating airspace. But hey, very cool. Very, very cool. All right, 13 nautical miles out. Let's start bringing out the flaps.
Northwest 870.
It was almost perfect.
Clock 14 miles. Report the field in sight.
I know where the field is, so I'm gonna say we're in sight. We have the field in sight, Northwest 870. All right, all right, all right.
Northwest 870. Cleared visual.
That's so cool.
Runway 27.
Heading straight into 27 center. Oh god,
Cleared visual approach.
I just,
27
come in front of you?
Northwest 870.
let's see. There's TJ. Oh, there's TJ. Where is master copy? Master must be right behind him. This is beautiful looking. That's gorgeous. That's a picture.
Northwest 870. Contact O'Hare.
All right.
121.1.
Right. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Let's bring that speed back.
121.15 Northwest 870. See you.
Okay. Good. 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 And then 146.
O'Hare
146.
Tower, Northwest 870.
What do we got going on here? Flight Sim 2024 is like the little engine that could. Tombstone said, "Hey Lex, you have been my Airbus teacher. Really, thanks for the training videos. I just started my Airbus journey, and your McDo Phoenix setup was great. Hey, appreciate the compliments. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome into the stream. Welcome on in. All right, looking really, really good. We are 9 nautical miles out. You now have me thinking about getting another McDo. Master's right behind you." I don't see him. Okay. Gear coming down. There's TJ. Oh, there's Master. Okay. Oh, I see TJ. There's a little dot right there. Very cool. All right, looking good. Glide slope's good as well. 15 on the flaps. Altimeter is checked and set. Very, very good. Bring back the speed. What did I say for the V's? 146. .146 on the speed. Let's go ahead and set that. Got a 22 knot crosswind. Holy crap. I don't think low gives me wing flex. Alright, AP's off my aircraft. 24 crosswind. I'm not reporting that on Navigraph. That's crazy. Are you all getting 24 crosswind too? Hold on to your butts, folks. It's gonna be a bumpy arrival. Steady it. Steady it. Little high. Let's bring it down. Bring her down, bring her down. Steady. Little high still. Let's bring her nose down, bring it down, bring it down. Bring her down, bring her down. Okay, the wind's calming down now. 16, dropped off 10 knots. Right, back on the Pappies. Landing. Came in a little low now. Of course, that's how it works out.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Hold it. Let it settle. Beautiful. One thing that Fly to Line has helped me with is trying to get that touchdown zone. It's actually made me a lot more focused on it, and that's actually what his point was. I was reading in his Discord. He was hoping that people would focus on actually hitting the touchdown zone. And that's a lot, honestly, truthfully, that's really what it's helped me do. It's made me, whoa. It made me really, really focus on that. There's Turner. Sorry, Turner. Alright, landing lights are off.
Northwest 870, exit left next available taxiway.
Sorry, Turner.
Exit left next available taxiway.
Alright, that's working
Northwest
good.
870.
Lights are good.
Northwest 870, contact.
Alright, we had a 237 or something.
Ground 121.
That max can handle it, no problem.
Northwest 870.
Can't beat it for
Have a good
140.
day.
Oh yeah, the McDo? Yeah, that McDo is freaking awesome. I love bumpy arrivals. Alright, we'll go ahead and just self-taxi us in. There goes a EJET. Looks clear. Oh, maybe there's, yeah, there is wing flex. You can see the wing bouncing there. Alright, it does have it.
29, request taxi to the active.
Alright, let's check, actually, master copy's coming in, right? Alright, let's go watch master copies. Let me just stop right here. Oh god.
Runway 28,
Pick up the speed, pick up the speed, hurry up. Pick up the speed.
Yankee, Copa 229.
Alright, master copy, the world's watching. We missed TJ. TJ was right behind us. Buttered it. Yeah, it felt really good. Master copy's coming in next. We're gonna watch master copy. All right, I'm going to take care of some shopping. See y'all, folks. Hey, P2, thanks for coming in. I'm happy you're back in the world of good landings with your FENIX. Hopefully it continues. Well deserved. I hear master copy. I think that's him. All right. Well, this concludes our our first flights tour. Thanks for Irishman for setting it up. It's fantastic.
Copa 229, contact O'Hare Tower 132.7.
Sean,
Have
welcome
a good
in.
day.
Hopefully you're having a great weekend.
Contact Tower 132.7, Copa 229. Have a good one.
United 2169, Gate Bravo 9er taxi via Papa 1, Papa Delta Delta. Hold short runway 28 right.
Gate Bravo 9er via Papa 1
Comms
Papa,
Master.
Delta Delta. Hold short runway 28 right. United
Oh, look at this.
2169.
Like a damn pro. Like a pro. Look at that flare. Look at this. This is a professional, folks. That is a professional landing. That was damn good. That was damn good. Way to go, Master Copy. Put me to shame. Put me to shame. Alright, let's go make our taxi. Well done. Alright, we'll go taxi to our gate, and then we'll go ahead and start our second flight. I'll get you the route here in just a few moments. I have to verify. I forgot exactly what it is. Turner, what'd you get for your landing rate? Just out of curiosity. Mine said 2 something. 230 or something. I don't know if you saw on Discord, but I finally had my first non-10 in New Sky in a while. 995 or something. Just off of a 10. Just off of a 10. I'm gonna go ahead and close Beyond ATC. 130. Very nice, Turner. Very nice. Alright, we're just gonna park here. Let's get our taxi lights turned off. $130. That's very, very nice. What the hell is that? What is that? oh, okay. It just didn't load in. Alright, cool. Alright, parking brake is set. Over here, menu, system page, connect, grand up top, ground power on, and let's go ahead and turn off the engines. And then we'll go to close flight, and we'll see what we got. We got another 10. Fantastic. And what was the landing rate? 237. 237. Very, very good. So we look at my airlines. We go to awards. First flight. All 3 legs are completed. Master Copy has completed 2 legs, and we just completed our 3rd one. So we have completed our first award flights, and then we'll what was the one you just set up? A new one. Is it this one? Oh geez, look at this. We got Key West all the way up to what airport is that? Portland. Very nice. This is all the way up the coast. This is very cool. These are nice short hops too. These are all good airports too. Oh, this is really cool. We'll do this at some point as well. This is really awesome. I like this. This would be a nice like CRJ or EJET kind of thing. Very nice. I like this one. We'll do that at 1.2. The East Coast Nutters. I like the name. Very cool. Yeah, we're gonna do that at some point as well. And Irishman came up with this too as well. Very, very cool. All right, let's go ahead and start our second flight. And let's close out of that, dude. And I like to go ahead and just restart the sim because I don't fully trust it still. I'm also going to uninstall that Navigraph thing. And Cincinnati. I'm gonna do that too so I don't forget. All right, so let's close this dude here. Close iFly. And I'm thinking of taking the in charts remove. Taking the 319 or 320 on the next flight. I gotta check a look at the liveries. Who makes that airport field there? Really, that's a field there airport? That's crazy. The airports are typically pretty decent. Because their Raleigh one's really good. Their Cincinnati one sucks ass. All right, that's gone. All right, relaunch to sim up. Have to get some lunch. Have fun. See you guys. Yep. Thanks, TJ, for coming in. Have a great lunch. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat for, I guess it'd be a late lunch. Oh, this next flight's not too long, I don't think. It was under 300 nautical miles. Tis a flat line. All right, next flight is going to be CYYZ CYUL. That's our next flight. For those who want to join, if you'd like to join again, we're going to do that one for our next flight. I'll be tracking it with both New Sky and with Flightline. So both of them. But this is a Flightline flight. Good flight, gents. I'm signing off as well. Until tonight. See you, Master Copy. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in for the flight as well. A lot of fun. Very good landings, both of you. Lots of fun. All right, so we should be able to jump in here momentarily. Let the sim stabilize, do its thing. We're gonna go and launch up FSUIPC. All right, that's good. We're gonna do... What airline did I say I was gonna take? Well, I should probably do Air Canada, right? That makes sense. Let's see, 319. And... oh, I got this, I like this livery. I'm gonna do this livery. I'm gonna do 319. I like this one. All right, we're gonna do CYYZ Toronto, and then with fly the line, it's suggested to go in here, go to preset, and then just make sure that's live up here, and it doesn't mess with anything. Okay, and then that's all good. Open my SimBrief up. I have a reward. It says airborne within 7 minutes of scheduled departure. I'm going to do that. I think we can make it happen. In the 319, it is CFM engines. What's better? I don't think either one is better. I think they both offer a unique way of doing flying. 15 left is my expected departure runway. Although it seems like Beyond ATC likes to switch it always to 2-3. So we'll see. I'm gonna go here. And we're gonna launch on in. Yeah, I think like it really comes down to what you want to do, because Flightline has the, you know, more focus on the Sims quote unquote features, whereas APL is all just about like airline flying. You know, you unlock, you build up money so that you can get to the airline that you really want to fly for, and also use the money to purchase licenses for aircrafts, right? It's very no fillers, no thrills kind of thing. but it is well done, and it does a great job executing what it wants to execute. I love them both. Yeah, Tombstone, we're in the Airbus. We are in the Airbus. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and launch that up. Yeah, I think I'm going to just get rid of the walk around. I'm going to do the walk around trick to get rid of it. Don't ever really use it. All right, I need to also fix this at some point. I'm going to go settings, sim, throw that on, throw that to the analog, or sorry, the digital, and then units. We're going to switch this over to pounds. Okay, import that. It's going to import our flight plan, and then apply. Okay, the weather or the time of day changed because of fly the line, and then we have to get rolling here within 5 minutes. We got to haul ass. Okay, so that's all good. Insta load. Sync it. Cool. Up top here. On. IRSs. Crew supplies. Compass. Emergency exit. Alright, that's all good. Down here at the bottom, we're going to go ahead and I'll use my WinWing McDo. No, I won't, because it's broken. Okay, I won't. So we'll go to config, manual failures, nav. All right, 1, 2, 3. Good, grand. Let's launch up Beyondatc. Because we want to do CPDLC. All right, we're gonna go to ATC menu. That's not right.
Beyond ATC.
AOC request init. Request it. All right, well that's working. Let's gonna go over here. We gotta go init. Oh, now it's not working. What the hell? All right, Beyondatc is good. Grand. Let's go and request it. Request it. All right, we're at gate. Jesus, loud. Bravo 19. Bravo 19. A good pilot would actually get the ATIS. I'm not a good pilot. And then we are.
10 minutes to go.
I know, I'm working on it. Z. Send it. Request it. Did I not request it? Alright, we gotta be off the ground here in like 2 minutes. We gotta hurry up. Move your ass. ACA 480. Alright, and we're 35,000 feet. Cost index of 8. 8. 350. See, I told you, runway 23. Told you what I was gonna do. Send that to the McDo. Send this to the McDo. Alright, and then over to 1219. Great, grand, squawking 4363. Okay. Wilco, send it. Grand, good, beautiful. Next. Why didn't you send over? What the hell? Send to the McDo. Send to the McDo. Alright, there we go. Performance, good, grand. We'll do this here in a second because we got to get rolling. APU bleed on, external powers off. Toronto ground, Air Canada 480, ready for pushback and engine start. Alright. I don't think I'm going to get this reward. Am I going to get off the ground in 2 minutes?
Air Canada for 80, Toronto ground, pushback.
I'm not going to get my engine started in 2 minutes.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest, Air Canada 480.
Alright. Pushback commencing down here. Got that going. System 1. Those going. Engine number 1. Clock's a-clockin'. Alright, let's do our flight plan. Oh, what the hell? It's not working. It's being really weird. I thought I closed you. Alright, runway 23.
Observe the cabin crew member closest to you as
That
you're
one,
about to demonstrate
Migalo.
safety features aboard our Airbus A319.
Oh,
Thank
right up
you.
top. Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard
23.
our Airbus A319. Please pay attention to illuminated signs
Engine number
and
2.
instructions,
Alright,
including the following
arrival.
safety procedures.
Runway 24
The safety
right.
card found in your seat pocket contains
The
important
hab
information about exit routes, oxygen masks,
and
life jackets,
transition will be
and
the same.
brace
Cool, grand.
position, which you must adopt if you hear
Okay.
brace, brace. There are 8 emergency
Toronto ground here, Canada
exits
480,
per
ready to taxi to the active.
The cabin crew are now
Phew.
pointing out the exits nearest
Phew.
to you. Please be aware that your nearest usable exit may
Air Canada 480,
Alright.
runway 23
Flaps,
taxi via 3
1
Alpha
departure.
Juliet Alpha Hotel.
Down 1 on the trim.
Runway
Cool.
23 taxi via 3, Alpha Juliet Alpha Hotel, Air Canada 480.
Alright, I'm definitely not going to get this one.
Must be fastened whenever the seatbelt signs are on.
Alright, available. Good. Bring up the throttles.
Fastened at all
EPU bleed
times.
is off. All call. Taxi lights are on.
Masks
Going down here. Take off config.
you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose
And good.
and breathe normally.
Okay.
Hold the mask
Phew.
in place
That's a lot.
with the strap
Flightline, have you bought the skills that unlock the GA missions called Wings of Wealth? Yeah, I have. I haven't used them yet, but I have bought it.
Take a life jacket from under your seat. Remove from the
Yeah, I have
over your head.
I have pretty much every skill set. I'm missing a couple. I'll show it here at the end of the flight, but
Pull the strap
yeah, I have
to adjust.
pretty much every skill set unlocked. Mostly the left one is what I don't have. So like the
By pulling the toggle.
exercise, that kind of stuff.
Fails to inflate.
That's one I don't have.
Blow into this tube
Yeah, my WinWing like is really slow.
and whistle.
It's working, but it's like really slow.
The cabin crew.
There's something to do with the profile I have for
Your tray table
the 737, the MAX. It's breaking it.
armrests down. Window blinds open. And seatbelt fastened.
I don't know why.
Further information
All right, let's go to here.
can be found in the in-flight
Atsu, receive, here,
rate card.
back. Make sure we're straight. Load it, execute or accept it. Load it, accept it. Performance.
Shortly be dimming the lights.
All right.
You can turn on
Then we can go up to 40 knots with this, with fly the line.
in your armrest.
Oh, what the hell? My McDo's not working at all. That's why. C319. Load it. Auto config. Okay, what were we cleared up to? Via the SID, right? Alright, 3,500 feet. There is good night 0. Not sure why it doesn't spawn planes sometimes.
80, contact Toronto Tower 118.35.
Oh, there they are.
Contact Tower 118.35. Air Canada 480. Bye-bye.
They holding? Toronto Tower, Canada 480, ready to taxi, or sorry, ready to take off runway 23. Alright, lights on. Come on, buddy.
Air Canada 480, Toronto Tower, wind 180 at 9er, gust 18, runway 23, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, we're going, folks. We're going
Runway
flying.
23 cleared for takeoff. Air Canada 480.
2-3 is really weird. It's a crosswind. I don't like this runway choice, but Beyondatc really loves runway 23. Alright, on departure, we are swinging over to the left. Throttle's coming up. And flex. Let's go flying. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting this reward. It was plus or minus 7 minutes from departure time. Maybe I will. Because it said plus or minus. So it's going to be a plus or minus 7 minutes. Now I'm confused. Of departure time. Oh, maybe I didn't have to rush. I gotta look at that again. I might not have had to rush. This is really cool looking at night here. Alright, rotation. Jesus, that crosswind. Alright, gear going up. And then we're going direct. Insert. Okay.
Air Canada 480, contact Toronto departure 128.
Well, now I know why my McDo wasn't working. Because I didn't have my profile set up properly with this plane yet.
Air Canada 480.
Which is weird, because I flew this plane the other day and it was set. Something weird with Mobiflight.
Air Canada 480. Good morning, 1,600 feet.
Air Canada 480.
It's a beautiful morning.
Climb to 17,000 feet.
Yeah. Beautiful morning.
Climb
In
to
Toronto?
17,000 feet. Air Canada 480.
Alright, climb mode. Oh, I forgot to start new sky. Son of a gun. Alright, well, there goes that. I need to get a button that launches iFly, that launches Fly to Line, FSU IPC, and New Sky. Just make one button that does all of that. I have one that does APL and FSU IPC. I need to get one that launches New Sky too. This will help me remind me. Even though I have it in the background and I still don't have it, you know. Check your controls, Lex. My controls are good, Will. I trust the controls. Or unless you're talking about the McDo. You might have been talking about that. Okay, flight departure time was at 1600. Oh, hold on. 10 Zulu. Okay, yeah, I see. Okay, so we had time yet. We still had 7 minutes. It was plus or minus 7. So we had time. I didn't have to rush it. I thought it said for the pushback. Because the pushback was 15... Or not pushback, was it pushback? Yeah, pushback 10 minutes. Yeah, I think that's what I was rushing for. We had plenty of time. We had 7 minutes to go. I didn't have to go so fast. Oh well. Alright, we're going to get our 5,000... Or no, what is it? $7,000 in credits. Even though I don't really need it. But this, the beta build I'm using, the early access quote-unquote build I'm using for Fly Line is really good. Like, it's generating routes properly. It's doing flights I've never done before. So it's really, really cool. Like, I don't think I've ever done this flight ever in Flight Sim. In any of both Flight Sim 2020 and 2024. I don't think I've ever done this flight before. This is really cool, really cool to do. It's a short hop, 274 nautical miles, so it's like right up my alley. Alright, swinging over to the left. All's looking good. We'll get AP on in just a second, then I'll keep an eye on chat. Sorry, I'm a little behind on that. Just a little behind. It's a beautiful sunrise. Alright, landing lights are coming off. This one building in Toronto is like super bright. I wish P2 was still here because I'd like to know what's going on there. I don't know if that's a bug in the sim or is it supposed to be really bright, but that one building is super bright. Alright, AP is on. And all is grand there. And runway 24 right, so we'll do 180 up here for the arrival if it stays that way. Okay, sorry. Have you tried same tensions? Yes, I sure have. I sure have. I actually want to go to Mobile, Alabama to visit There's an Airbus factory in Mobile? Really? It's really cool. They're getting kids into aviation. They even have a curriculum in high school. I wish I had the yeah. So when I was in high school, I took aviation. I took the problem is that it was my very first class to start the semester and it didn't go well. Even with my passion of aviation, it did not go very well. It went terribly, actually. Very terrible. I bombed it. It was so bad. It was so bad. I'll be posting the story in Discord today. Not Discord, sorry, on the Patreon if you're interested. But I'll be posting the story about it in on my Patreon channel. It's just free. All the stories I put on there are all free. It's just when I do the videos, which I think today will be a video one. Those ones I'm gonna be paid. But yeah, I took aviation in school. Matthew, welcome in. And yeah, didn't go well. I wish I could go back in time. And actually put more focus on it in it. I think I would have learned an awful lot. But of course, I was a young, foolish kid, as they are. Alright, so we're expecting arrival at 10:54. Yeah, so a really short flight, 50 minutes. And I think I'm just going to do the 2 flights today. I know I have time to do another one if I really want to, but I think I'm going to do the 2 flights today. I'm going to work on the video I was talking about, and then I have another video I have to work on, thanks to J. Russ for a suggestion. So I want to do that video as well. Because this week's, like I said, it's going to be really weird. My work schedule is a little bit weird. And I want to get these other things done so I can make sure the channel is not neglected too much. But this is 6 days, my friends. Six days this week that I've streamed. This is definitely a new record. Definitely a new record. The last time I did a stream this much in a week was the launch of Flight Sim 2024. And even then, like, I don't think it was 6. I think it was 5. I don't even think it was 5. I think it was 4. I think I did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, this is definitely a record for flying, for stream flights. So I appreciate everyone that's come in for it. So it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, it's not gonna last forever. Next week isn't like this at all, for sure. We'll get a flight in tomorrow. We'll get a flight or two in on Tuesday. Nothing Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday we'll have some flights. But I don't know. We'll see about next Sunday. I'll plan for next Sunday. So we'll get 5 days in next week at least. My initial plan is, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about. I don't know if we'll get 6 in for a while. They make the 220 there in Mobile? Really? That's awesome. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had an Airbus factory there. That's really cool. I would love to go there. That'd be really cool. I also, so my brother-in-law, it's weird saying that, but my brother-in-law, he's stationed in Minneapolis, he's stationed in Seattle for a couple of years. So we want to go visit him in the Seattle area, which of course is the WinWing factory, right? So, being an aviation nerd, I must most definitely have to go to the WinWing factory. That probably won't be for another year or two. So that's a ways away, but I think it'd be really, really cool.
Center on 134.25, Air Canada 480. Toronto Center, Air Canada 480. Crossing flight level 217 for flight level 350, direct Dedekey.
Air Canada 480, Toronto Center identified.
So yeah, I watched. I don't know if anyone here is fans of King of the Hill, but they had a revival, quote unquote, series, a season that was released on Hulu. And it's really, really good. It's very much like, it's almost like it had a time jump. It did have a time jump, but it was almost like the show didn't have whatever it was 15 years in between the previous season and this season. Because it was like, you can tell a little bit the age in the voice actors, right? And some of them who came back to do voices. Some of them had passed, or one or two had passed, I think. But like, obviously, you can tell that, just like the Futurama stuff, right? But like the animation, the stories, they're spot on like the original stuff. It was really, really cool. It's one of the best revival things I've ever seen. Revival shows don't go very well, but in terms of animation and what the story was about, it was really, really good. So I do highly recommend it for those who are, fans of the series. Really, really good. Oscar says Seattle is on the bucket list. Mobile is close to us. Oh yeah, mobile would be much closer to you since you're down in Atlanta. Will says, I have to go to bed. Alarm is getting me up at 3:30. Thanks, Lex, and see you all next time. Thanks, Will, for coming on in. Appreciate it as always. We'll see you on the next stream. Tomorrow, if you're available. But yeah, tomorrow, probably normal time. Probably normal time. If not slightly earlier, but probably normal time. The new Alien show. I'm a big fan of the Alien movies, and the new Alien show comes out on Tuesday this week. And it's on FX and Hulu. I'm not sure if there's any fans of that, but I'm super excited to watch that. In terms of TV stuff. And I was telling my cousin when I went to go see Weapons with my cousin. I was telling him, like, I don't know if there's any movies coming out, any more like movies coming out in the theaters this year that I want to go see. I'm gonna take a quick glance and see, but I honestly couldn't think of anything. Let's see what we have here. So, geez, there's so many like indie movies. Weekend movies coming soon. Oh my gosh, just give me a list. Alright, August, here we go. Okay, so there's nothing. There's nothing in August, looks like. Nothing else coming out, at least in August. And then September's The Conjuring, which is interesting, but I won't go see that one in theaters. So really nothing in September. Is that a new Casper movie, or is that the OG Casper? That's just the 30th anniversary. Okay. So we got Casper. I'm obviously not seeing Casper. Black Phone 2. The first movie was really, really good. I'm not stoked on a sequel, so I don't know why it doesn't make any sense. So I'm not going to see that in theater. Mortal Kombat 2 looks really, really fun, but probably won't see that in theater. We'll see. Probably not. November. Predator Badlands. I didn't see the previous Predator movie. And then we may have some friends coming to in town. We went to go see the first Wicked, so we'll probably see the second Wicked. And then December, I haven't seen the first Friday Night at Freddy's, nor did I see the other Silent Night movie. And I'm not interested in Avatar. We got an Anaconda reboot, which I'm not interested in. Yeah, that's it. So maybe the Black Phone 2. That's October. And then if I do, that means I'll get the... So the theater nearby us, it has... it's Cinemark. And Cinemark has like a movie pass thing. So it gives you 20% off of concessions and then you get one free ticket. So if I go see Black Phone 2, I might then go see Mortal Kombat the week later. We'll see. We'll see. But this is honestly, this is the first time in since pre-pandemic that I went to go see so many movies. Like in the past month, I've seen 3 movies in the theater. That's crazy. I don't think I saw 3 movies all last year in the theaters. That's just wild. I saw these 3, and then I saw Ballerina, and I think there was something else earlier in the year too. So I want to say it's been 5 movies. I think it's been 5 movies. So 6 when we see Wicked. That's crazy. I remember, like, before the pandemic, we'd go see a movie damn near every month, or every 2 weeks. It seemed like there's a lot going on and a lot of good movies, but there isn't as many now that I'm like really interested in. Even like coming out to digital,
Toronto Center, Air Canada
not really interested in many of them.
leaving flight level 325 for flight level
All right, so we
350.
removed the Navigraph thingy, but the Navigraph is integrated into here, right? So let's see if this is better. We'll see if it's better to the EFB. I don't see the stuttering like I saw before. Have to sign in. Okay. Oh, no, there's the stuttering. Okay, so it still happens. Whoa, sounds real funky too. Alright, let's just get rid of that. Untrust it. We'll look at the charts here. Charts. Okay, so starred. Here's our airport. Minimums here are 306. So let's go ahead and start preparing our arrival, because this is a short flight. 306. Pop it in there. And then the Weja is 200 at 11 for the wind. The temperature is 33. And the QNH is 3010. Alright, so we have the arrival information all set in. I've always wondered what the blinking, the flashing things are. I thought it was my monitor at one point, but that's not the case. Definitely not the case. Alright, we're at top of climb now. Top of descent is right up here, so in about 80 nautical miles. So let's go back over here, look at the charts. Here's a runway, should be nice, easy arrival. And then we're doing the Habs arrival. So we're coming in this way here. And then I guess we're breaking off. Let's see. Yeah, we're breaking off to the left there. So we'll break off to the left here and then vector in for the arrival. Makes sense. The airport, runway 24 right, if everything stays the way it is, can be perfect because we just exit here and then taxi onto the terminal. Piece of cake. Okay. And ETA arrival is 10:55, so in about a half hour or so, we'll be in for the arrival. Oscar says, I was looking into the next level racing seat since I'm in the market for a new chair, but $600, it better come with a Boeing sheepskin cover, especially since they are licensed by Boeing. Yeah, I had thought about it. No, not thought about it. I looked into them. I guess I briefly thought about it, but the price tag is crazy. The price tag is crazy. And here's the thing. You can type in, actually, let's do it real quick. Here's what I've been actually looking at doing. And, not like right away, of course, because we might have to, we might be moving in the winter, but if we do move and the money is available and everything lines up perfectly, you can go on eBay and do like flight sim cockpit. Let's try that. And here you go. So for between $209 to $389, you can get. Now this isn't, of course, this isn't next level racing quality maybe, but the reviews are really good. And this is one of the brands I was looking at getting. So you can get this setup if you want to. You know, I'm sure the chair is not going to be as comfortable, and maybe it's going to be a little cheaper, but it's very much plausible. There's this one that doesn't have a chair. You know, you can buy the chair separately. And then there's this one here, which is a little lesser. I think this is actually the brand I was looking at right here. This Dareto. And here's what I was looking at as well. This was under $400. Under $400, and it can be used for racing and flight sim, right? Now understand, if you go in this direction, if you have a desk, you can obviously use your monitor on the desk there, or you can buy one of these dudes for $109, which still, all this stuff is substantially cheaper than the next level racing. And then, you know, so I don't know if it's one person that makes them and they just different brands or what, but that part confuses me. Again, I don't know what the quality is on any of this stuff, but the reviews have been pretty decent from what I've looked at. So like this, which one is it? Not this one. Actually, yeah, it's this brand. Let's go to their page real quick. Yeah, this, I don't know. Pretty sure it was that brand. Like, remember Next Level Racing makes one of these? This is $80. Again, I don't know the quality. I don't know the quality. Pretty sure it was this brand that I was looking at. It's not this one though. I guess we can just look at this one. But the seller's got good reviews overall. But it looks like it'd be fine. So if I were to get, you know, make a home cockpit kind of thing, this would probably be the direction I'm going to take. Yeah, this is probably what I'm doing. Again, the seat probably not going to be as good, but you can do the red seat or black seat, and so $400. $400 for, you know, something similar to what Next Level Racing has, for a lot cheaper of a price. A lot cheaper of a price. And then I thought they had reviews on here. Very impressed with the quality of the sim. Fantastic team. Yeah, these could be bots too, who knows, but here's a picture of the setup. Like, it looks fine. Looks like it does a good job. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at doing. Next Level Racing probably is, you know, maybe a slightly better quality. Maybe, I don't know. Could be the exact same thing. You're not paying for a brand. Vol-Air Sim Chassis? What is that? I've never heard of that. Let's check it out. Nate, welcome on in. Vol-Air Sim Chassis. Let's see what this is. So this is what Tombstone has. Oh, one of these dudes? Yeah, this is nice. I like this too. I like that this gives you, like, it gives you a huge ass section here, so you can do like your you know, throttle on the side, whatever, and then you can have your. I like this a lot. This is very nice. Okay, how much is this guy? $795. But like, I also like it as a built-in the monitors too. I think that's for the built-in monitors. This is very nice. I like the monitors for sure. This would be really nice to have. I can do my ultra wide here in the middle and then one off on the side there. And the keyboard on the bottom. And you can do the, you know, yoke if you have that, or yoke on, yeah, you can do a side stick here in the middle or on the left, right? Yeah, this is very nice. Armrest sold separately. Yeah, it looks really nice. 800 bucks. Now, Next Level Racing does make some really good stuff, high quality stuff. I had a steering wheel set up that was for an office chair, and heavyweight material, very high quality steel. But I also paid a good amount of money for it. Big table, triple 32 inches, very nice. I have a 49-inch Ultra, but now I have a 55-inch 4K TV. Very, very nice. Gangsta. Do you ever do VATSIM? I've been on VATSIM, but I haven't really done like actual... That's one of the videos I want to work on in the future, is can someone who has primarily done AIATC, so primarily in the past year-ish, I've been doing Beyond ATC and FS HUD, can someone that's primarily done that jump on over to VATSIM and not have too many issues? That's kind of one of the videos I want to do down the road. But I haven't really been on VATSIM and been at a crazy airport or anything. Most of the stuff I've done is Unicom. But 45-inch... Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah, I have one 32-inch ultra wide, and then I have a second ultra wide on the left of me, and that's where I have Beyond ATC and Fly the Line, OBS, etc. Just the apps on the side there. That's what I have going here. I love it. This works out really well. But I have really thought about getting like an actual cockpit kind of setup, because as the year has gone on here, I've definitely gone from doing a bunch of different kind of gaming on my system to 99, I'm gonna say comfortably 90% of the time flight sim. The other 10% is once in a while I'll do some games with the friends or friends, or hop in something like Diablo or Witcher 3 or something like that. But yeah, most of my stuff has honestly been flight sim. I'd say good 90% of my stuff has been flight sim. Although, it's not just flight sim. Like, the new RoboCop game came out, so I played a little bit of that. But if you compare it hours to hours, like, yeah. Hours to hours, there's no contest. It's flight sim. It's flight sim. Nate says they'll be training to be a controller in Jackson. Really? Congratulations, Nate. Well, we'll have to do a Jackson flight sometime. What the thing is for me on VATSIM, very nice. The thing for me is it's rare for VATSIM to be at an airport where I'm super familiar with. So one is I'm super familiar with Minneapolis. So I need to find the right time for someone to be on VATSIM. We're ready for descent now, Air Canada 480. All right, down to 4,000. Beyond ATC struggling a little bit, looks like. All right, starting our descent.
Air Canada 480.
But yeah, so
Descend to flight level
there it goes.
240.
Okay.
Air Canada 480.
But yeah, I'd like to do a flight from like Minneapolis to Fargo. That's one of my happy flights for testing out planes, that kind of jazz. But there's not a lot of controlling in Minneapolis. It's so rare, and I can't have it being during an event either. That's just too much stress on me. So I need to like keep an eye on it. I just haven't watched it. Haven't watched the maps very much recently. But one of these days I'll pop on there and get a video going. I want to do a video. I don't want to do it on stream. It's too much, too much for me to focus on when you're talking to real controllers and all that jazz. But here's the thing, Nate. Here's the question I have. Because I was gonna do this flight. I was gonna do it. Was a few weeks back or a few months back. But we ended up having some severe weather coming in the area, so I didn't want to have the sim freeze or anything. It's so dead. So I end up not doing the flight. I end up just shutting down the computer and all that jazz and just chilling while the storm went past. But I was going to do a short hop. It was perfect. The airports was perfect. The coverage was fantastic. It was Indiana. Oh, heck, what was it? I think it was St. Louis and to Indianapolis or something. It was something like that. Super short hop. It's like 150 nautical miles or 200 nautical miles. Something short like that. It was perfect. And both had ground. And center was around. So I had that going as well. Didn't have tower, but both had ground. My question is the following. When I was on ground there, and listening to the comms and getting ready to make my announcement, and then I heard the weather announcement come through, I was noticing they said you'll get your clearance via CDPL. Hold on, was it? CDPLC, yeah. But I didn't have that. I didn't have it installed or anything. So was it just going to come through VATSIM? Would I just get my clearance through VATSIM? So if you have that answer, Nate, let me know. I know you said you're taking the training now, but like, would that come through VATSIM? And then of course, like, okay, so let's say you're at an airport, and from my understanding, the way it works is if there is clearance, you talk to clearance. If there's no clearance, you talk to ground. If there's no ground, you talk to tower. If there's no tower, you talk to center. If there's center in that area, right? That's kind of the levels to follow through a DM. Okay. So if that, okay, so you say you go through DM, so then would you message the whoever's there, you know, ready for clearance or something like that? Or would you still request it via radio and then they would send it via DM? But yeah, anyways, does the chain, yeah, the chain works? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So ground, the way it works is clearance, ground, tower, center. If any of those are involved, that's how the chain of command would work. And then you get your DM, or so your clearance through a DM and vPilot. Okay, that helps. Thank you so much for that, Nate. Because I do want to do that video at some point. I think it would be a really fun video to really showcase. Because you get it a lot. You get the question of, well, you know, I want to get on VATSIM, but I'm too nervous, or that's why I use AI, ATC, that kind of stuff. They will automatically send you it. You file outline. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. So you'll automatically get it. Okay, cool. Very cool. Yeah, I had filed my flight plan. I had filed my flight plan. I was just getting ready to talk to ground, so I was listening to the comms for a little bit. And then my phone went psycho and yelled at me and said that we were in severe weather watch. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess no flying for me. So then just got out of the flight, and then I just never went back and tried it again. That was like the perfect time, and I probably should have done the flight because the weather that came through wasn't that bad. It was pretty mild. This is a cool livery. I love this livery. That's a cool picture. Save that one. It's gorgeous. So eventually, yeah, it'd be cool though to once you get your training completed in Jacksonville, like that'd be really cool. Do a flight to Jacksonville to Tampa or something. That'd be really cool. I'm familiar enough with Tampa. Jacksonville, I've landed enough times. I think I know my way around Jacksonville enough. Not to the level like Minneapolis. That's my comfort place. Definitely, I wouldn't step foot in O'Hare. That's just too much going on. For us, we just get flight plans, then they just send it to keep it moving along. Okay, cool. Very cool. Thanks for the lesson. Thank you for the knowledge. But yeah, I'm not anti-VATSIM. I know that, you know, people complain about you having to upload an ID and all that jazz. I get it. I totally get it. For, you know, privacy you don't want some company to have it, right? You know, so I totally get it. And Polyot was in here. Polyot from the 757 Spy community was in here a while back ago, and he gave us some knowledge and saying how it's, you know, it's about the rules in, I think it was Europe or something, that requires, you know, for underage kids and that kind of stuff. So it makes sense. Tombstone says, once I get the hang of the FENIX, I'm hopping in flight of line. Oh, that's fantastic. That's cool. Yeah, flight of line's really good. I like it. I really do. But like someone was asking, you know, comparing both of them, which one's better? There is no better. There really is. They're both really good pieces of software. I have almost 50 hours now in flight of line. Absolutely love it. I think it's great. But I have, you know, almost 1,000 hours in APL. Almost 1,000 hours in APL. And obviously APL's been out a lot longer than Flight of Line. But I think when everything's said and done, I'll probably have, you know, hundreds of hours in Flight of Line. As long as it, you know, they continue to update it and it, you know, continues to develop. But the developers show me a lot of promise. You know, we got our first patch. Came out within, what, a week and a half or so of launch. It's still in early access for the patch, but you know, that's showing me that they are giving commitment to it. And the goal is to add more airlines to it. The goal is to kind of restructure some of the stuff in the scheduling. And then, you know, so that's going to add a lot to it. I think my biggest thing was I went into it expecting more from the quote-unquote Sims feature, but I've almost maxed all that already. I already maxed almost all that out in 50 hours. So that kind of disappointed me a little bit, I'll be honest. But I might have taken advantage of some of the systems that were available. Who knows? You know, he said in Discord, I think maybe in the forum, I can't remember, that he's just surprised so many people put so many hours into it right away. And, you know, pretty much maxed out their pilot. But at the same time, again, like, there's things you can do to make it a little bit more challenging. Like in Flight of Line, just like in real life, my personal life kind of sucks. I don't really socialize with people, right? I'm not out socializing with people all the time. So I have to find ways to get better at that in Fly the Line. I don't care about it in real life because I'm happy. I'm happy being the introvert I am. But, you know, I have to find that out still in Fly the Line, and that's becoming a challenge. So there still are those little aspects that I haven't quite figured out yet. I put the last couple of days of rest in Fly the Line. I put it towards social, but it really hasn't messed with that too much. So I got to figure that out. But I think it's great. I think it's a great piece of software.
Air Canada 480, Montreal Center, radar contact.
And I've talked about it before in a video, but my thing with like video games, and no different than planes in the sim here, is as long as I get 40 hours, or sorry, as long as dollar per hour is how it works out. So if you buy something for $40, as long as I get 40 hours out of it, I'm happy, right? That's my minimum. So I've already done that with Flight of Line. Flight of Line was $40, right? I already got my dollar per hour out of it already, and it's worked out well. So at that point, I already consider it success, at least on my side of things. But not everyone thinks of it that way. You know, if you take that same theory and put it into the default vanilla Flight Sim 2024, where I've gotten way over my hours in Flight Sim 2024, right? The same was with 2020. The same with the FENIX, the same with the iFly, the same with the CRJ, you know, etc. I don't know if I've got. I don't think I've got my monies out of, at least going by my rule here, out of, let's see if I can get my climb lever. Here we go. I don't think with the 350. I don't think I've gotten my time with the 350 yet. The 777 maybe. No, I don't think I got in the 777 or the 350 yet. But that kind of makes sense because I'm not really a long haul pilot. Master Copy, who flies long hauls all the time, he's probably gotten his money out of. Well, I don't know if he has either one of those planes. I think he has 777. Let's see. If we aren't busy, we can do radio. Okay. I created ChatGPT for flight sim. I might make another for broader flight sim stuff to share with you guys. That'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be very cool, Nate. So I remember what I was testing with ChatGPT, because SI uses part of ChatGPT. So I was testing the theory, like how much has it learned from that, and it's learned a lot, because you can give it where you are, say where you are, what your expected star is, where you are from that, next waypoint, and you can get instructions as long as you continue to tell it where you're going. It's really impressive. It's all text-based, right? But it's really impressive. So obviously it's learned a lot over the last 2 years or so of what all the information that's been fed into it via flight sim. It's really cool. I also tried the same thing though with Gemini, or Google's AI, and it was just as equally as good. It's quite impressive. And Gemini, I think, I don't know if they use Gemini for anything. I don't think they do, but maybe there's something else does. I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe Gemini is using ChatGPT to learn from. Okay, our airport is up here somewhere. Somewhere over here, I think. It's right here somewhere. I just can't see it because it's so bright. I think it's right there. Oh wait, no, it's right here, idiot. Oh, these are scratches. There, it's right there. Oh, we got a cool mountain right next to us. This is gonna be an awesome approach. I'm excited. So here's our airport. Our runway is gonna be here. We're gonna exit, and then the terminal's right here. Cool. Nate says check the DM. I gotcha. I'll check it here. Let's see, I can check it real quick right now. Oh, cool. This is really cool. Oh, this is nice, Nate. So Nate fed this into ChatGPT, and it tells him how to fill in the information. This is really cool. I like this. This is very nice. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Well done. All right, 10,000 landing lights are coming on. All right, so flight align's really focused on touchdown zone. We're not getting our 100% today. There's no way in hell, because we're going to be early. We're going to be at least 20 minutes early, so we're going to get dinged 2 points alone on that. We are going to do a flaps 3 arrival. I have found that with the 319, I do best flaps 3. With a 320, I do best flaps 4. So max at 3,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in 3,000. And then we'll get vectors after somewhere around here. I'm not sure which one we're gonna get it at, but
descend to 4,000 feet. Air Canada 480.
all right, so we're right off on this. Oh, here we are. We're right off side here. We're gonna come in for the arrival. Tis a beautiful day. Here's our airport. I think there's a couple planes there we're seeing. Daddy just taking off. There's downtown Montreal. This is very nice photogrammetry here. This might be better than Toronto. This is a nice little short hop. I like this. I like this a lot. I have to do the return flight, so that works out fine. Oh, I forgot to. Sorry, I forgot to update Atlanta. Oh, real life. I'm I'm in Illinois. Illinois. I also did forget to do this though. Sorry. All right, Montreal. There we go. Okay, Atlanta's updated there. Tombstone's in Arizona. My mother-in-law's in Arizona, so eventually I'll be visiting Arizona. Highly likely, at least. Although my wife doesn't get along with her so much, so we may not. Her mother, my mother-in-law, her parents are still here. I guess her grandparents-in-law. So she comes here every once in a while. I don't like this descent path here. Let's drop it down a little bit. It seems like the FENIX sometimes just gets a little wild on its descents. A little aggressive. I guess it's not just the FENIX though. Seems the Max has done it as well to me. Little excited about getting lower. Alright, speed brakes are stowed. I double checked ChatGPT's info gave me and it's pretty good. Yeah, that's I think it's gotten a lot of good data over the years. A lot of good data. Alright, we should get vectors to the right here momentarily. That's a cool sunrise. It's a really nice flight. And we're coming up on 3,000. Boy, I think I'm gonna like. I've been up since 5 a.m. this morning. I just I couldn't sleep. I got up and I just couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm gonna crash at some point here in the next couple hours probably. Right hand 125. I'm already feeling it. 125 left, or sorry, right. The other right. Looking good. Spoilers are armed. And LS is armed. Let's arm the approach mode. A319s are known to be slipperier on descent. They won't slow down. Ah, okay, that explains that. That explains that. I love the 319. I prefer it over the 320. I don't know. I just do. I like the smaller planes. And it's not that much smaller than the 320, but I like it. I prefer it over the 320 and 321. Which is why I really want that 220 to come on. I hope it's good. I really hope that 220 is good. Alright, localizer's captured. I'm just going to take it, even though I know they didn't say cleared for the approach, but it said vectors for the approach.
Air Canada 480, turn right, heading 180.
That's pretty much doing that anyways.
Turn right, heading 180. Air Canada 480.
Alright. Here we come in for the arrival.
Air Canada 480,
We should have just done 210 to begin with, instead of giving us the vector. I would struggle with it in real life if they fly both in one day. Oh, I'm sure. They handle differently. Here, just in the sim, they handle differently. Imagine real world, like, I'm sure it's quite a bit different. You know, 319's not as long, so that alone takes, you know, getting used to. Alright, let's see if we can do better with this landing. The last one we had a 230 or something, 236. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. It wasn't bad. I'll take it. Anything under 250 is fine. But I know we can do better. Oh, I have 27 right programmed. We're 27 left. Ah, crap. Crap. Alright, hold on. Arrivals, 27 left. Hold on, 24 left. Alright, we're supposed to be on that side. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, AP coming off. My aircraft. Good thing I caught that. I was like, something didn't seem right here. 238 is what Tombstone says.
Contact tower 119.9.
Alright, flaps coming out. There's the runway in sight.
Runway 24 left.
So I think Daddy is just doing some flights in the Coronado. Alright, 24 left.
Clear to land. Air Canada 480.
Which means we're going to exit to the right now. Alright, bring that nose down a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get the gear down. I do such a terrible job when I stream and focusing on everything. There's just so much going on. I'm truthfully honest, I do a much better job when I'm not streaming. I'm much more focused. Some of these mistakes I make, I'm like, oh my gosh, come on now. That shouldn't happen. Alright, where are we at? Flaps 1. Let's go flaps 2. Got a 16 head knot wind right now. We're a little high still on the approach. I'm a little worried that we might get dinged on this approach. Yeah, I would love a share cockpit too. That'd be really cool. I want a Sobo to actually make it built into the sim. Alright, flaps 3. A little hot on the approach. A little high still on the approach as well. But looks like we're stabilizing. Alright, looking good. On the plus side, me making that mistake made me hand fly the plane. Which normally I would autopilot off a little bit, you know, maybe a minute or two ago. So this at least gets a little bit more hand flying practicing. Oh, there's no pappies here, huh? Alright, I see the touchdown zone. I'm coming in a little bit lower. Can't get this damn thing lined up. Definitely a little low here. Really low.
40, 30, 20,
There's a touchdown. A 180. I'll take it. Reverse is coming out. 180 isn't so bad. We'll take it all the way down to the end. Alright, reversers are stowed. We'll take it all the way down here.
Air Canada for 80. Exit next available taxiway.
Alright, flaps coming up.
Exit next available taxiway, Air Canada for
Landing lights are off. And welcome home. That was fun. That was really fun. Okay, so 54 was our touchdowns. We can't turn off, we can't end flight in just flight until 57, else you might get dinged. All right, up top here, flaps 3 there, and we're not going to worry about getting ground. We'll just go ahead and taxi on in. We'll just taxi on in. That's a good flight. All right, spoilers are disarmed. We'll just taxi to one of these gates here. Actually, we can go down here with these other planes. You got an Air Canada right there. Bunch of Air Canadas here. That's interesting. So we got these little tiny, we got this little terminal here, looks like for prop jets. And then the rest of these for the airliners, the big airliners.
Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care.
Is that United? What is that? No, it's WestJet, right? Yeah, I think it's WestJet. A little tight here. All right, let's do, we're going to do this gate up here. 50, is that?
Today, our ground crew will help you complete your journey.
Yeah, 50. All right, taxi lights are off. I think I've departed from this airport before. I don't think I've ever landed here, though. All right, parking brake is set at 57, so we got another 30 seconds or so. So that's perfect timing. I'm going to go to FENIX here, ground services, GPU chocks, toggle the jetway. Does that work here? Yep, jetway works. External power on. Go to normal, and engine 1 and 2 are off. Cool. Go ahead and kill out beyond ATC. And we're just waiting for another couple seconds so we can close out of our end of flight and flight line and see what our score was. Alright, let's bring that up here. 54% on the touchdown zone, 193 on the touchdown. Very, very nice. 4 off of that 50%. I'm getting better, man. I'm getting really good. Came in low. Definitely came in low, though. Alright, let's end the flight. See what the actual score was with Fly the Line. 96, or I'm not happy. I'm a little concerned. 96, alright. I'll say I'm a little concerned about the rocky little departure. And the arrival was a little off, too. But we got no negative score breakdown. We're going to lose 2 points. For the touchdown, you have to be at 50% here. And we lost 3 points because we were 20 minutes early for the arrival. So that sucks. If we continue here, we'll get our XP and money. So we made $1,000 there. Got our bonus. We leveled up as well. We got $16,000 from that. And we got the challenge, so we get the 7,000. So I have 31,000 in the bank account savings and 50,000 in the actual account. Like, I got cash money. And let's see what we have here. Take a moment to discuss your recent flight. Oh, that came in late. That came in real late. I have 7 skill points. Let's go look at the skills real quick here while we have the opportunity. Here's our skills. So you see I have everything unlocked here with hobbies, everything here in finances. I think I'm going to wait and do this one next. This one, let's see, gain full access to complete Wings of Wealth job list. All aircrafts will be at your disposal, enabling you to earn significant income. Maybe not. Maybe I will do the car. Let's see. Unlocks the ultimate supercar, transforming your commute into a thrill ride. You'll never be late again. Say goodbye to Manate Journeys. That just unlocks a new car. Work quality goes up to 3. I don't know. This is gonna hurt rest when I do these ones here. I don't want to hurt rest, so I'm nervous about unlocking these. We'll see. I don't know. I'll make a decision about that one later, I guess. And then if you look at, I butcher every landing. Still too early, huh? Yep. Can't get that. I'm getting close, man. 52. What did I have the other day? 51%. I'm getting it figured out more and more, and it looks like the touchdown zone might actually work for most airports. You know, the actual touchdown itself. It's just tough to gauge it. I don't think there's anything I can unlock anymore. I got everything, owned everything here. Own everything here. The gym. I can't buy that. I have to get the exercise stuff there. Same thing. I have to get the exercise here, but I own. Or so I have a couple. I have to unlock the exercise stuff to get more of these, to get these guys, which I'm nervous about doing that because of rest. I own everything in the bathroom, right? Yeah, I own everything in the bathroom. I own everything in the kitchen. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, everything in the kitchen, and everything here in the living room, dining room, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So the only other I got the car. So the only other car I can unlock is this supercar. So I'm not sure what else I can spend my money on. This is the wings. I need this one for the wings. I can unlock that one. So I own everything. I own everything pretty much. Mainly that 50% is luck rather than skill. I hope they tweak. Yeah, I do too. I hope they do. So my next flight I'm going to do is this dude here. If you look at my logbook here, I'm getting pretty good. Like 58% in the touchdown zone for my average over 41 flights. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair number. I have a couple crappy ones here and there. I have a couple crappy scores. It would be cool if they showed the average score up here. That'd be nice. Average touchdown is at minus 220 out of 41 flights. I'd say that's a win as well. But like I said earlier, I'll probably stick with Air Canada here in Flight Align for a little bit. And then probably I gotta figure out this personal life thing. My personal life kind of sucks. Let's see the profile real quick. And then I'll do, I think I'll do Ryanair and APL. Personal life, so I gotta do hobbies and leisure. Like, it really sucks. I can't seem to get that to go up. I'm really struggling at that part. So maybe this is down to 81. Maybe I need a vacation. Maybe a vacation actually would help that. That might be what helps. Vacation. 45 to 55 would be more fun. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. I had to set up a new profile since my initial one gets bugged. Oh no, that sucks. That really sucks. But at the same time, I guess, at least for me, like if mine crashed or whatever, you know, it would suck, but how do you do the backup? You do here, right? Settings. And then, oh, I guess it automatically does the backup, right? Yeah, looks like it automatically does. Yeah, cool. Well, thanks everyone for coming in. Really good 2 flights here. Really, really fun. We did New Sky, and then we did Flight Line for this one. We'll be back tomorrow for do another flight. I'm not sure exactly what flight, but we'll be back tomorrow, do one more flight or another flight, and then we'll do a couple flights on Tuesday. Until then, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.